Hello, Lenawee County. My name is Brian Vish, and here are the headlines for this week in Lenawee.
Accurate, dependable, and late-breaking. This is local and state news on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.
The Lenawee Community Foundation has launched its 10th annual Lenawee Cares campaign, which has returned more than $4 million to local agencies since 2016. Vice President and Director of Grants and Programs Paula Tretman explained how the community's generosity makes the campaign successful.
Lenawee County is so generous, and they really pull each other up by our bootstraps, right? Like, we want to help our neighbor and everything be better. And that's really my belief, is that we help our corner of the world, and then that ripple out and helps the rest of the world. We're super lucky. And we take, just so people remember, 10% of the dollars raised go to an endowment. So when COVID hit in 2020, Lenawee Cares was pretty much a toddler, a baby then, just starting out. We took some of the dollars we put in that endowment and raised those as match dollars. So from a Thursday staff meeting when we announced that we were doing the donation match to Monday, we had raised $100,000 to fit the needs of when our community was battling COVID like the rest of the world. And that's really because of the people who trust us with their dollars.
That was Paula Tretman of the Lenawee Community Foundation. The interview was from Community Conversations with Dale Gartner, weekdays at 6:15 p.m. on WLEN 103.9. The Michigan Hospitality Foundation is celebrating national recognition for its Restaurant Ready program, which prepares people for jobs in the hospitality industry. Executive Director Amanda Smith says the program works by connecting local training partners with employers.
We work really hard to make sure that our programs have what they need, that we're bringing those industry partners in to support the service. The 0-day team is teaching on the ground. They're the ones teaching the curriculum, but we're bringing the employer partners to them and knowing that their students, if they graduate the program, have a job, they'll be a valued part of the industry, and that they're on a trajectory to a long-term career is really exciting, and we're very proud of the work that we do.
That was Executive Director Amanda Smith. 0-Day, which serves Battle Creek and other parts of Michigan, is now starting its fall training cohort. The season will end with a community meal where students showcase the skills they've learned. The Adrian Kiwanis Club has named Allison Ott as its 2025 Kiwanian of the Year. The award honors her dedication to service and her leadership in projects that support youth and families in Lenawee County. Ott said the honor reflects the teamwork and mission of the club.
There's so many wonderful people within the club, but to have those like-minded people come together and do something amazing for the community, it's unbelievable. Kiwanis does so many different projects. Whether we're raising money or we're just getting our hands dirty doing a project, we really do make sure that we are impacting, youth, kids. I would say also people that need a leg up or a hand up. We stuff boxes, we serve meals, we do lots of different things that, not a lot of other people do.
The Adrian Kiwanis Club says the award is given each year to a member who goes above and beyond in service to the community. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and doctors are reminding us why early detection saves lives. Dr. Amanda Zahn with ProMedica explained the importance of mammograms and knowing risk factors.
Having a yearly mammogram at the age of 40 is still the clinical recommendation from the American Society of Breast Surgeons, along with a clinical breast exam by your provider. If you have a strong family history of breast or ovarian cancer, especially if those first-degree relatives were under the age of 50, that would decrease your age of starting mammograms based upon the age of the youngest person affected. We are detecting it earlier. 1 in 8 women these days will get breast cancer sometime in their lifetime. And early detection is the key to to long-term survival and quality of life.
Dr. Zahn added that self-breast exams are also important, and women should watch for changes such as lumps, skin dimpling, or nipple discharge. Anyone with concerns should contact their primary care provider for testing. Assistance programs are available to help cover mammograms, and ProMedica offers screenings at its Hickman Hospital in Adrian. A new report from the Union of Concerned Scientists warns that big tech companies are driving up electric bills by shifting the cost of connecting massive data centers onto everyday consumers. The analysis focused on states in the PJM regional grid, which includes parts of Michigan. That means households in Lenawee County could eventually see higher utility bills if large data centers are connected here. Recent proposals in Michigan show utilities preparing for data center loads equal to small cities, with connection costs ranging from $25 million to $100 million each. Under current rules, those costs are passed to ratepayers instead of the companies building the facilities. State regulators are reviewing how to handle this issue. For now, Lenawee County residents may be footing part of the bill if new projects move forward in Michigan. Blissfield is inviting the community to a brainstorming meeting about pickleball, the nation's fastest growing sport. The Village of Blissfield Parks and Recreation Advisory Board will hold the meeting on Tuesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. The session will cover what facilities already exist in town, what's nearby, and where new courts could go, as well as how they may be funded. Officials encourage anyone interested to bring ideas and suggestions to help shape the future of the game in Blissfield. The meeting will be held at the Village Parks and Recreation Advisory Board session, and all community members are welcome. On another community conversation, Dale Gardner sat down with Tecumseh Parks and Recreation Director Sarah Gilmore to talk about the busy lineup of fall events. Gilmore says the season is about fun and community connection.
Parks and Rec, we are kind of the Department of Fun and Games, right? A little bit. Yes, so this is a great way to engage the community and, kind of enjoy those Halloween costumes and enjoy the Halloween season a little bit longer, right? So folks that want to enter their chili, you can certainly do that. You want to sign up ahead of time. But those that are just happy to come and trunk or treat, you can come and enjoy some chili as well.
The Trunk or Treat and Chili Cook-Off happens Friday, October 24th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the A.J. Smith Rec Center. The event is free and includes games, music, and face painting, with candy sponsored by the Tecumseh Kiwanis Club. The Catherine Cobb Safe House is marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month by highlighting the importance of mental health support for survivors. Therapist Kelsey Perez, who works with survivors at Catherine Cobb, spoke about the role of having support during recovery.
When in relationships where there's domestic violence, it oftentimes feels like they're being secluded and alone. And so when you can have a supportive network, including a therapist, that can kind of come in and open the brain back up to that's not the case, so that they can start to kind of form their own sense of identity, self-worth, self-important. I think that's really important in the healing process.
That was Kelsey Perez, therapist at the Catherine Cobb Safe House. This interview was also part of Community Conversations, which airs weekdays at 6:15 p.m. on 103.9 WLEN. Tecumseh Public Schools are celebrating strong academic results from their students on advanced placement exams. Superintendent Matt Hilton said the district's success is the result of collaboration across the school system.
Team efforts from all the way from how we grow children through kindergarten all the way up through the system, and certainly a team effort amongst exceptional teachers and administrators. I mean, it's not a test that we create, right? It's a test that our kids take, and they perform very, very well. It's significant.
That was Superintendent Matt Hilton. He noted that AP exam performance highlights the district's commitment to academic excellence made possible by the work of teachers, administrators, and students working together. And keeping in Tecumseh, TPS is also seeing an increase in enrollment this year, including the largest kindergarten class the district has had in several years. While speaking with WLEN News, Superintendent Matt Hilton stated the numbers show the local families are choosing to stay in the district.
We also saw our largest kindergarten class in a number of years, which would tell me that the kids that live here stayed here, as opposed to choosing elsewhere. Now, not all of them, right? But we also have kids that choose into us.
Mr. Hilton added that the growth is especially important as many districts across the region have faced years of declining enrollment. And now for a quick dive into the cave. A week ago Friday, the Hudson Tigers football team got off to a slow start at Madison, but eventually pulled away from the Trojans in LCAA play, 56-7. Tigers coach Dan Rogers talked about the win.
I thought our kids played hard. It was good effort. They're a very athletic, well-coached team. They got athletes everywhere, and we knew it. And right in the first series, we had broken coverage, and if you do that against this team, they make you pay. And they did that. But we always thought, keep playing, keep getting better, and I thought defensively we did that. If we didn't give up the big play, we're in good position. Offensively, we did some good things, but we had way too many penalties, and that's something we'll work on to fix. But overall, very happy with the effort. We got to get some things cleaned up and move on for next week.
Rogers took a moment to reflect on the recent passing of legendary Hudson football coach Tom Saylor. He led the Tigers to 72 consecutive wins in the 1970s.
Coach Tom Saylor, what do you say, the legend. Growing up, that's all you heard about was the streak and Coach Saylor, and that's why a lot of us are part of Hudson football, is growing up and hearing about that and hearing stories. And, some of my favorite times was, the last few where I could go see him or talk to him. But just hearing from, Coach Chris Luma and Mark Luma, and I coached with them, and they would tell you stories like it made you feel like you were there. So, I was talking to Coach Luma the other day, and that's what we said, how cool it was. We're on the same sideline that Tom Saylor coached on. So it's, feel for his family. But in a couple weeks, we have a big streak reunion scheduled. And, he'll be there with all his guys. And there's going to be some tremendous stories. There's going to be some tears. There's going to be, I just really look forward to that. And I think it is so important to our community what he did, and I couldn't thank him enough.
And that'll wrap it up for this week in Lenawee. I'm Brian Vish for WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.
Count on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station, to keep you informed with accurate and dependable information 24 hours a day.